This is Angela Soper, and I'm going to be reviewing and discussing student rights in school in regards to their personal dress and appearance. The U.S. Supreme Court consistently, time again, declines to address the issue of student attire and appearance when those students are attending public school. Their appearance and the way that they choose to dress is considered a form of free expression, which is a First Amendment right. And so, since our students are citizens, they are protected by those rights and have First Amendment rights. And so, we have to be careful about regulating free expression. In regards to dress regulation, schools can regulate student dress if there's a defensible reason for doing so. So restrictions on dress are going to be justified only where there's evidence of material or substantial disruption to the educational process. So if the way that the students are dressed or the way that they are appearing when they are at school becomes a disruption to their education or the education of others, then we as school personnel have the right to step in and intervene. With regards to health and safety issues, there are certain situations that will involve certain types of dress that could possibly pose a threat to the safety and well-being of the students. And so, for example, if students have, for instance, long hair or wear excessive jewelry in a science class where they are conducting labs or experiments, or in a shop class or a PE class, that we can have rules in those classes that would prohibit them either wearing that jewelry or the need to have to wear their hair a certain way or pull that back so that it doesn't pose a potential threat to their safety. Also with cleanliness and with hygiene, that there are going to be certain instances, especially with regards to hair, that they need to keep their hair clean of parasites, and that there are also situations where students may be asked to wash long hair for hygiene purposes. So if there's a certain type of fungus that could be associated with dirty long hair, that a student may be required to take steps to take care of that problem and may be asked to do something differently. With regards to controversial slogans, any slogan that can be worn on a t-shirt or cap or any other media that would come in direct conflict with the school's mission can be regulated by school personnel as well. So expressions that are going to violate really just any common decency or depict vulgar, lewd, and obscene gestures may be regulated by school personnel as well. So students may be asked to remove those items if they are found to be offensive. So in summary, the main guides really to remember as a school leader is that dress codes that are developed by schools, it is really going to be best practice to have those approved by the school board, and also consider best practice to have all stakeholders involved in that process of developing those rules. So not just having school personnel involved in that, but also having parents and community members and even the students themselves, having them involved in that process is really going to assist you in having the buy-in in the community. And then also making sure that the students are aware of what those policies are at the beginning of the school year, and then reviewing those as necessary so that there are no surprises if there's a rule violation and there have to be consequences. Dress codes are only going to be supported by the courts if they're found to be reasonable. So to keep that in mind, to not have personal taste and personal judgment get in the way, but really considering the health, the safety, the order of the school and the learning process. Any restrictions based on taste, style, and fashion rather than health, safety, and order are not going to pass any court scrutiny. And finally, appearance and dress that's considered vulgar or that is mocking any person based on their race, gender, religion, color, national origin, that may be prohibited as well, and school personnel has the right to step in and intervene in those circumstances.